Yo, what up, what up, what up? Hope all is well. I just want to go ahead and apologize for the visual, man. I did not get a chance to grab my camera before I ran out the house. I'm out of town right now, man, so y'all just gonna have to bear with me with this 720p camera on my laptop. Powerful laptop, man, but the camera quality is trash. So we're just gonna have to bear with that. All right. Yo, what's good, everybody? I hope everybody is good, man. I hope everybody is doing well. We're gonna go through this thing today. So just Pearly Things and Brittany Renner, they were talking. They were having a little discussion or whatever on her panel. And she clipped up this thing. It's called Pearly Educates Brittany Renner on Body Count. And I seen something today that I thought was really, really funny on Facebook. So, to be honest with you, I think Brittany Renner and this young lady is one and the same. But, she just made me keep a little bit more quiet about how she does things. But it's still out there in the public. Lori Harvey. So Lori Harvey, I believe that Lori Harvey and Brittany Renner are pretty much on the same. I put them in the same boat, honestly. But it's so crazy how I see a lot of women champion her behavior. So I just figure, why not just listen and allow two women to go back and forth, and then we'll just piggyback off of the conversation. All right. So normally, I'm gonna say this. Normally, just Pearly Things is spot on with the information that she gives to another person, whether it's to a male or a female. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. She normally does a good job with, making sure that she's providing the right type of information. Today we're not gonna do that 10-minute thing, man. I just want to make sure that the audio sounds good, and we just gonna rock with it. We're not gonna waste any time. Normally I give y'all like 10 minutes to get in here and all that. Not today. Not today, dog. Today we're gonna get it in. Let's see. What y'all think? That's good or no? Or no? They got a whole bunch of different things on here, man. I'm just trying some different stuff. But no, we'll keep it at that, man. Let me make sure the audio is good and we don't hear any echo. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make it do what it do, man. We're gonna rock out. Audio sounds good. Hey, we already got 2 likes on YouTube, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you guys, man. I appreciate that. All right. I already got some likes and stuff on YouTube. Normally, I give people a chance to get in here, man, and we at least like to get, I'm saying, the likes in double digits before I start. But today, man, we just gonna go ahead and rock with it. But I do appreciate y'all already getting with the program and whatnot, man. I appreciate that. All right, let's see. Let's just make sure the audio is good, and we'll go ahead and get it popping. Let's see.
They have no desire to.
Get it popping. Let's see. They have no desire to. Oh, we good. That's all systems to go. Let's get it. All right. So Brittany Renner is speaking first. So let's see what she got to say.
They have no desire to. They don't want to know your favorite color. They don't give a shit. So why do you want them over top of you? Again, that's come from feeling used up. And sometimes that's why the used goods comments, they sting. Because you know what? There are times I felt like that. I feel like the new toy that now is unexciting and put away in a box. So I just have to accept what I've done. And
Well, let's just say this, man. Depends on how you put yourself out there, man. So if you are attracting a certain type of men, and let's be honest, this young lady has put herself out there. One of her first videos that she talked about going viral, whatever, on Instagram was her in some booty shorts. I want to say, I don't know if she was maybe playing soccer and then she was twerking or whatever. When you do things like that, understand that you're going to attract the wrong type of attention, the wrong type of men. All right. So most of those guys that are in your inbox, they're not in there to wife you. They're in there to see that side of you that you were showing on Instagram.
Move forward with this awareness and just know that, okay, the guy that most likely, that I'm not looking for a husband, I'm looking for my husband, and there's a difference. That guy is going to be a very small percentage, and I'm okay with that. I'm at peace, and I'm at peace with the things I've done. But I will say, moving forward, like talking to any girl, to you, and, whoever's listening, like, you really should think about why you're doing what you're doing. Well,
Okay, so it's some things that she say, I just be with the, what are you doing? And then on the other hand, man, she does hold herself accountable sometimes. And I really do appreciate that. And what she just said, again, oh my goodness, man. I hope we have some people out there that are honestly listening. What she just said was basically pay attention to what you were doing, because every action, everything that you do is going to be consequences behind those actions. All right? So think about that before you do whatever it is that you do.
like, really think about, why am I attracting that? What part of me is resonating with a guy like that? If you have all these complaints about him, what's resonating with him? Really analyzing what you're doing. That's what I would suggest.
So why don't, because in my head, like, why wouldn't you avoid this? If you could go back, you wouldn't avoid the situations. Because I thought in the beginning you said that, like, you wouldn't change it because of the wisdom required. But to me, it's like, oh my God, if I knew what I know now, like, I probably would have waited till I was married.
No, I get that. I understand that. I think that I have a very influential voice, and I have grown to be a voice for women who have gone through what I've gone through and experienced what I've experienced. And although I can't speak for the majority, because my situation still isn't even average, right? And I'm aware of that. But my voice is important, just like your.
And if you don't know who Brittany Renner is, then you're gonna be lost. But Brittany Renner, she's an influencer. Like, she has a huge following. So when she talks about, she's not like basically the average person. It's a lot more eyeballs on her than it is for the average young lady. All right.
Your voice is important, and that's why I would not want to change anything, because I don't know what this is a very tough spot to be in, right? Because you're figuring it out. You have people who are also trying to figure it out, and it's like, I'm needed in this space because my voice guides those women that you guys talk about. Right?
Yeah, but again, some of the things, her voice is needed when it comes to some things. Like, I think one of her best collabs, hands down, was Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders actually brought Brittany Renner in, and what she basically did was she just basically gave those young men the game. Listen, understand this. There are women out there that, just say for instance, you go off to be an NFL player, just keep your eyes open, because there are women out there that will literally check all your doggone stats, be able to quote everything word for word in order to get themselves in a position where they could possibly take the things that they want from you. So I think that was one of her best collabs that she did, man. So when she talks about stuff like that, I agree. Now, some of the information that she's given to the young women about, how they should move, I think some of that stuff is questionable. I've actually seen some of her content, so I think some of that stuff is a little questionable.
Right? So that's why I wouldn't change it, because there's a greater picture. Even in like I told you, my last relationship, I had the Bentley, had the house, had the kid, and it wasn't enough. Okay? So it may be a small percentage of us women who feel this way, but
she got all that she desired to be married, but she got the baby, the Bentley, and all that other stuff before marriage, and she ended up leaving the guy that she was with. I want to say he was an NBA basketball player. All right, so she had pretty much everything, but she could not stick or deal with him because she said that he had an issue with cheating, and that's something that she could not deal with. You know, I understand. I respect that.
Those, I feel like that's the voice that I represent.
Oh no. Oh
You
no.
know?
There's a large percentage of
Okay. Well, I don't know.
They're predicting that 45% of women will be single and childless by 2030.
Yeah.
So much so that big banks are investing in like cat food, wine, like things that go with like single women.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Wow, I don't know how true that is. If anybody can look that up in the chat, man, look that up. That's crazy. That is insane, man. When I tell you the government is setting y'all up, bro, they know you headed toward in a doggone downspin.
so I feel like my voice does matter to navigate through this space for them.
So it's like again, it's such a small percentage of men that you're like looking for now.
I know.
Yeah. How do you want to navigate that, like moving forward?
Good question. Good question.
Do you even want to date like right now? Because you so I know some people when their kids are young like just don't want to date. How do you like feel about that?
It's a good question. I think that's a really good question.
I think it has more to do with where I'm at emotionally, and it's not even like a jaded thing, right? It's more of I know my value. I can have one conversation with a guy now, and I know exactly what he's about. So most of the guys that have presented themselves,
I agree 1,000%. Most of the time, you can have a conversation. That's with anybody. You can have a conversation with anybody, and most people you can tell like, hey, I can tell you right now, we not really vibing like that, man. Most people won't be honest about this. They're like, no, it takes time for you to really get to know somebody. No, you ask the people the right questions. You ask them the right question, and you're like, yeah, nah, that ain't it.
in front of me, just want to fuck me. I'm not interested in that. And I'm going to keep an open mind, and I'm going to keep an open heart. But I know by how a man approaches me, how he speaks to me, I know that he wants more with me. It is just, I know. So that's where I'm.
I agree. Again, I agree with what she's saying 1,000% man. There are a lot of very intelligent women out there. You cannot fool them with the BS, man. You cannot fool them with the BS. Like, they got that BS radar. And I don't think that you need to, in her situation, I don't think that you need to sleep with multiple men in order to get that understanding. I don't. This is just me keeping it a band. We actually spoke about this.
I'm not going on dates right now. I'm not talking. I don't have somebody that we talk every few days, every day. I have no masculine energy besides like my family, our family friend Jerry. I have no masculine energy in my sphere, in my bubble. I don't, because I think I focused on men and just dick in general for a very long time.
There it is. That's what it was. I want you guys to pay close attention to what she said. She focused on men and D for so long. All right? But the problem is she didn't focus on the right type of men. What she should have been doing is she should have possibly went to a young lady or a coach. You know what I mean? Someone that actually has the results, someone that is feminine. And again, she talks about she wants to be married to a certain type of male. There are women out here that have those results. So go speak to those women and, or those young ladies or whatever, and get some info and get some game from them. And hopefully they're not like some of these other chicks out here, man, these older women out here, which is basically giving them the wrong type of advice. All right?
And now I'm just going to get to the business. I understand that the window, the percentage, it's changed a lot from when I was 22. So all I can do is kind of equip myself financially, take advantage of the opportunities I have now to set myself up. because I can't rely on a man and someone coming to save me. I can only save myself now. So that's why dating is not a focal point, but I
don't agree with, well, I mean, I understand. I don't agree with what she's saying, but I understand. I would say she has the resources now, even more now than what she did have at that age, to go and seek coaching, you know, and get somebody to beat this in her head that, yo, if you go out here and you live a certain type of lifestyle, you out here with your butt cheeks out and all the other stuff, understand that you're going to attract the wrong type of men. And she keeps that stuff on her page. Everybody knows who she is, right? So if you do get to that point where you have, it's going to be hard. It's going to be extremely hard. Because, again, she wants to be a wife. And she's going to have to understand something. A lot of people, I mean, I don't like saying this, but she's going to have to, quote unquote, settle to a certain degree. Trying to find someone on her level or higher to take her serious is going to be a lot harder. Now, I guarantee there's plenty of average men that would absolutely love to take her just as she is, treat her as that wife and that queen and all the rest of these other things. But the problem is these guys are often overlooked because some of these young ladies like Brittany Renner, they overvalue themselves. And the reason why I say overvalue, because let's just say, for instance, right, if you are that high value type of person that you say you are, then why aren't these type of men banging on your door, knocking the door down to vet you to be their wife? Why is that?
not like turning guys away that actually want to get to know me, like the real me, not just want to fuck me and say all the right things and fuck me, because I can see through that too. So I just use discernment now, where I'm like, no guys even really try to talk to me, like, or I should say, no guys that.
Like, I don't.
No. Of course, guys. No. I'm saying, of course, there's guys in my DM, like random people.
Yeah.
But guys that I would be interested in, there's really nobody trying to talk.
There we go. It goes back. I was waiting on her to finish. Guys that she valued. Of course, it's just these regular smuggler guys that I'm not going to pay any attention to or whatever. But the guys that I'm interested in, the guys that I would value, you're going to have to lower your standards, because you spent your best years running and choosing the wrong type of men and ignoring all of those doggone red flags that you all of a sudden you see now. Come on, man. Come on, fam.
Okay, and that's okay. That's fine.
Would you date a guy that's a normal 9 to... Okay. Would you...
Yes. That's what I've been waiting on right here. Come on, just Pearly. Come on.
Today, a guy makes $40,000 per year. And he's not hot. He's just like, Or,
42.5, Miss Pearly. It's 42,500, I believe, is the average.
right. Average guy.
Average guy?
He has a little beer. He's like skinny, little beer belly.
No.
Can't make this stuff up.
I take care of myself. I'm in the gym 4 to 5 times a week.
Oh my goodness. God, somebody, you cannot make this stuff up, man. God, just automatic. She didn't ask about anything else. Nothing else, man. Good. The money and the beer belly. Just a little beer belly. He's not overweight. Just a skinny guy with a little beer belly. Automatic no. Automatic no. And unfortunately, time is going to continue to pass her by until she realizes, you know what? I'm 56 years old. I can take that guy with the little beer belly.
At whatever his salary is, to me, I feel like I still want to be attracted to the person that I'm with. And $45,000, you could be in the gym. The gym membership's $20 a month. So if
I agree.
Again, I have
Now listen, I agree. I do agree. I do agree that, listen, as a man, bro, as a person, period, you should be taking care of yourself and taking care of your health. Understand that. All right? So, I understand, but, you just got to think about it sometimes, Just automatic. My problem is she automatically X'd him out because of where he is right now, right? Like, dang, you can't. Hey, babe, I'm in the gym or whatever. We can work on that. No, she just automatically cut that dog. Go cut his
A
length.
year and a half ago. I look damn good. So it's like I would want someone who takes care of their body. So the beer belly is kind of where you lost me. It wasn't even really the money thing. It was like the
What if he was
attractiveness.
like dead in the face, but jacked? 40,000 a year.
No.
Oh my. That's just really crazy, man. Oh,
I don't like what I'm looking at. And then, like, especially too as they get older, like, I like the salt and pepper. Like, they get sexier. Like,
Oh.
I want to date someone that I'm not attracted to.
Did you date someone like 20, 30 years older? 30 years older.
He's salt and pepper and fine? Probably.
He's okay. It's just like, even when girls say they're like bringing down their standard, it's like, do we really?
I think I'm like,
You know what percent of men most women find unattractive?
what?
Not just okay, unattractive.
Okay, what?
80. You probably find 80% of men unattractive. So even if like, and that's why I say like, even if you find a guy attractive, like you just think he's fine, that means other girls think he's fine. That's top 20% of men,
wow.
and it kind of puts us.
Tell you something, man. Hey, listen. y'all want to, but
And it kind of just puts us in the same predicament where it's like, through our 20s, like this is what the guys are complaining about. It's like, okay, through our 20s, we're gonna sleep around with the rappers, the entertainers, and maybe like, most girls, I would say, I know the manosphere says differently, don't have access to the guys you would access to, right? But it could be like the town rapper, the town, like whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
And those guys will never commit, and if they do commit, they'll probably cheat.
absolutely.
And then we come at 30 and say, take me now, maybe with a kid from someone.
Yeah.
And it's like the guy comes in and feels like he's like settled for, because the guys you really wanted were in your 20s. And it's kind of like what you're saying is kind of reiterating this, because you just
Absolutely.
said now, like you don't.
Everything, when I tell you, this thing is on point, man. On freaking point. She's definitely educating her. She's definitely educating her, man. Jeez.
Have the guys you want in your DMs anymore.
Correct, but this is how it's meant to be because a lot of people have.
Whoa. What? She said this is how it's meant. This is how it's meant to be. The way that the world is right now is definitely not how it's supposed to be. I don't think so. I mean, just looking at the results and stuff that people are getting, and the amount of people that I see with my own two eyes complaining on social media about the choices that they have made. This is not how the world is supposed to be. I see a lot of people that make the wrong decisions early on in life, and then when they get to a certain age, they start complaining more and more every day. Everybody is just turning into they're competing in the victim Olympics. And I literally see tens, I ain't gonna say thousands, but hundreds of women up under the doggone same status, complaining, making the wrong choices and the wrong decisions, and then complaining about the results that they are getting. There's some dudes out there too. A lot of them little simp and beta males that done made the wrong decisions and out there just complaining each and every, like I see it far too often. I do not believe that this is how the world is supposed to be. I don't agree with that.
Villainize me and I've played into that. Actually, I want to say, people have villainized me and I have villainized myself because it's like, well, instead of fighting against it and, I don't know, trying to convince people I'm actually a good-hearted person, it's easier to just be the villain. So I do feel like the villain element is a lot of, I would say more so what guys fear, right? Because they're thinking she's going to hurt me, she's going to write about me, she's going to this. So to be honest, I wasn't meant to be with any of those guys in my 20s. Like, it wasn't a match. Like, there's nobody then that I'm like, I wish they would take me seriously now. No. Like, I like them.
Cap. I think she's capping, man. I really believe that she's capping because, again, you had the storybook type of lifestyle, right? Say, for instance, The guy that she was with, basketball player, hot shot. Everybody wanted to. Come on, man. Come on, fam. She would have
That's the
loved.
same reason they like me. I'm trophy pussy to them, and they're basically trophy dick to me. We both got what we wanted. I mean, essentially, we wanted to have sex. That worked. I mean, yeah, you have sex and you maybe want to start being in a relationship, but you don't. I didn't fucking know them like that. There's a lot of guys I didn't really know on that level to even it makes sense. So it's not even like you were saying. I'm trying to think of the sentence you said before we started this conversation. This topic. So it's not even that I'm like, oh, I wish I had those options. It's just more so like that shit was shallow anyways. Everything was shallow about it. Like, you didn't really want to get to know me for me.
Yeah, but that's like the woman's point of view. You know what I mean? Like,
but they didn't want to get, if they wanted to get to know me for me, it'd been a little different.
Right. No, what I'm saying, like, from the men's point of view, it's going to be, and this is just, you know, again, what the guys are saying.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, you made all those, like, you let all those guys hit for free, and now I got to do all this.
Well, it's not even, I don't even look.
No. Not for free. What she's saying is you let them guys come and smash you in your hotter years when you were hot and you know you had all this stuff before you had a child, blah 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 blah. And now you're asking for me to pay more. And when they talk about paying more, now you want me to marry you? When you let all of these other douchebag guys come in and just do what they wanted to do and keep pushing, but now you're requiring that I marry you.
Look at it as, well, you did it for free because I'm not a prostitute. Like, and I'm not a glorified escort.
Right, and that might not be how you look at it,
Yeah.
but
Okay, that's crazy to me.
this is just how, like, this is how men see it. It's like, okay, blessing. you took your girl on dates, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How would you feel? How would you feel if you took her on, let's say, 5 dates before you hit? I don't know what y'all did. I'm not. And then you found out that you're Bob down the street hit without taking her on shit.
Oh, it felt like it
Like it hurts. It's like it hurts a man's ego.
No, that's fine.
And it hurts. It's not insecurity either. It's just like that's
no,
what
I
guys
mean,
see
but
it.
that's where I have to come in and say, okay, like I'm not saying your ego shouldn't be hurt. I'm saying you're not somebody that is even like we're not on each other's radar. So the man that I want can't care about who the fuck I went on it, who I did what with, and that's it.
Why can't he? Why can't that man care about what? You're telling the man that he cannot care about who you slept with. What the hell? Damn, Burger, this is the reason why this young lady is in the situation that she's in right now. And this is the problem with a lot of people. You want a man to think the way that you want him to think. In what world does that make sense?
A small percentage. So that's why it's like him saying that, he's allowed to feel that way. I mean, that's fine. Like, you're not on my radar.
But I think as many of you know.
Wow. This is the issue, man. This is a really, really big issue. Oh man, again, this is what I go back to what I was talking about earlier, man. About some of the things that she says, I completely agree with wholeheartedly. And then she gets into conversations like this. I think just PearlyThings did a really, really good job with asking the right questions to flush that out and honestly see, you know, where her head was at when it came to certain things. And when I tell you, it's honestly unfortunate. I don't know how old Brittany Renner is, but, you know, she's talking about the small percentage of men. You know, that's why I continue to say it's only a small percentage of men that think this way. A small percentage of men that think the way that she wants him to think. And I have not met a man on earth that can honestly say, scratch that, I have not met a masculine male to this day that will honestly say that he does not care about how many women that young lady has slept with. And I would say to those guys that say, no, it's all good. Oh, it is, huh? So you walking down the street. Oh, you walking down the doggone street and you hear two guys or two dudes or a guy walk up to you like, hey, that's your girl? Oh, that was, yeah, she. Man, listen, I think that is like every man's nightmare. Most guys that I know, if we're being honest, right? That is again the worst freaking fear in the world. To know that you're in a room with a group of people and two, maybe even three dudes, or even one dude has touched your girl in any type of way that's inappropriate. Like, man, absolutely not. I have not met a man, a masculine male, to this day, that will honestly say that they're okay with that. And again, the problem is you have young ladies like Brittany Renner. Like, you have the answers. You have unfortunately made the wrong decisions in your life early on. And now you've got to a certain point where you can identify and you can give some really, really valuable information to the younger generation, the younger women that's coming behind you. Like, it's up, like you can honestly give them the game. You know, she kept talking about, I do feel like that, I have a voice to speak to those women. You most certainly do. Not just the women that are your age or a little bit older, but the younger generation, the younger women that are looking up to you. Give them the game, man. Like, if you made a mistake, say that. Let people know where you went wrong. And if you could change anything about, like, listen, I would have changed the way that I was moving. I would not have put that stuff out on social media with me showing my, my breast and my, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Just been out here jumping from pole stick to pole stick to pole stick. And from what she was saying, she didn't even really know those guys. Like, it was just a shallow move. I'm just sleeping with them just because. In no way is that okay. And because she made those decisions when she was younger, looked a little bit better, had a lot less miles on her, if she would have made the right decisions, better decisions back then she may have gotten the results. She would have been a lot more likely to get the results that she was looking for rather than moving in the manner that she is moving right now. That's all it is to it, man. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and jump up off here, man. I gotta jump back on my my other video, man. I got some other stuff that I gotta knock out. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. If you did, go ahead and like this video. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, go to YouTube, like this video, man. Comment down below. You guys let me know what you think. Subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next. All right, y'all be easy. Peace.